Good morning. It is the 14th of January. This is our second week back from break. I want to start off this week with some shout outs. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Eric Howard, who bowled a 300 game, which is a perfect score in the sport of bowling. This has never happened on our campus before. This is a big accomplishment, not only for him, but for our bowling team and also for our athletic program. We're going to immortalize him with a nice picture in our trophy case so that future generations can see that, but that's a huge deal. Way to go. I want to secondly give a shout out to our wrestling team who were city champions. This is a big accomplishment for our wrestling program. Beat every school in the city of Louisville, including the private schools, St. X and Trinity, public schools, Mayo, Fern Creek, Fairdale, all of those, and we were city champions. We go into sectional duels this week. Big deal there. I want to give a shout out to our seniors and our eighth graders that were involved in the Wave 3 report this week. If you didn't have an opportunity to see it, you can go search on their website and see once again where we were showcased for the work here on campus. Well done. I also want to give some information on a club and activity that is meeting this week on Wednesday, the 16th, from 2:30 to 3 in room 129. The Kentucky Youth United Nations Assembly, KUNA, is going to meet. We're going to have a middle school and high school group. I highly encourage you to do this activity. Looks great on those college transcripts one day, but it is also an awesome activity to develop you as a thinker and a leader from both a process and build standpoint and from a multicultural standpoint. So I think it's really something that you should consider doing. It'd be great to have a lot of students out for that. We have some early defense panels going on this month among our seniors and our eighth graders. I look forward to seeing what we can produce there. Now, one of the things I want to talk about today, there will be a letter going home this week where we're going to talk about some literacy strategies that can be done at home to help improve all of our students' literacy, our reading and writing ability. But I want to circle back and talk about MAP for a minute. We have two MAP assessments now. We're using that data now to make determinations. So let's go back over why do we do MAP? Why is that one of the things that we need to do and why do we take it seriously? Because MAP gives us a look at where you are in reading and math right now, and we take it in 3 points throughout the year so we can have an idea of where you're growing and what we need to do to tailor instruction to you to help you get to where you need to be. So that's a very important test as far as from our purposes as a school to understand what your reading level is, where you're at in math, so we can then make determinations about what to do next. We take it 3 times. That way we have that growth scale. Now at home, I'm often asked by parents and guardians, what can I do to help my kid read better, write better, be better at, literacy? And here's a couple of easy things that you can do. It all starts and begins with reading at home. And that means taking a piece of text and having it and reading it either to your student or with your student or setting aside a time where you all read. This is not just something that has to be done at the elementary level. This can be done at middle school and high school, but it is important, critically important, to model those good reading habits with your students and also to talk about reading. To ask your student, what did you read today? What did you read in your language arts class? What did you read in your social studies class? What did you read in math class? What did you read in science class? And talk about that. When you have an opportunity to read, you open windows into places you haven't been before. It's a lot different than just watching TV, or a lot different than being on a video game or being on your iPad or something like that. Books force your mind to really think critically. If there's not a display there like a TV, then your mind has to use your imagination to build what you're reading and what it would look like to you. And this is a great exercise for your brain. We'll put some more information out this week to talk about literacy and how we can build it in our community. But those are just some things that I'd like you to think about. If I haven't said it this week and you haven't heard me say it, I remain proud of being the principal of our school. We continue to make outstanding progress. We continue to move in the direction that we need to do to become the school that we can become. I remain the proud principal of our school, and now you know more.